Hey guys, how's it going today? So I know you probably were expecting to see a grocery haul video because hey, it's Monday. But if you've been watching, you know that last week we did a 2-week haul and I wasn't sure if I was gonna get a haul done this week or not, knowing that anything we bought would be small. So let me tell you about that really fast. And I'm gonna show you some other stuff that, you know, there's a lot going on. Okay guys, so Sean did run to the grocery store. He grabbed some produce and milk, and I think 2 blocks of cheese. Not a lot of stuff, but when you buy the produce and everything to feed 10 kids, it was about $150 total is what he spent. So it is our small in between because produce just does not last out here. Getting stuff to last for 2 weeks is hard enough. But we did not know what the food habits of the new kiddos were going to be. So we had to kind of hedge some bets and stuff, and we're finding some food quirks we didn't fully anticipate, and stuff that we're really excited about because it seems that they like certain things. So what we did is, I'm looking here, and guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you part of my kitchen. It's a disaster, but I've got way more to show you after this. So really quick. Okay guys, so in this basket, last time Sean bought apples, he bought 2 of these big bags. We are down to half of this bag. There are 6 apples left in that. Instead of all the kids eating individual apples, we'll cut them up, basically give them each enough slices for half an apple each. So those will go with meals, and basically we've got 1 or 2 meals. There, he picked up 2 of these flats of cuties. We are already 2/3 of the way down this first one. He picks up 4 more bunches of bananas. That is not going quite as fast this time because, I'm gonna move my cleaner out of the way, because of the cuties. He bought more kiwi, and there was a clamshell of blueberries, but guys, this was 2 days ago. The blueberries are gone. We are halfway done with the kiwis, 2/3 of the way done with a flat of cuties. We're only down a couple of bananas, and we're down to that little bit for the apples. So as you guys can see, fruit is just one of those things that just goes. It's one of those ways that I can get something healthy into just about any kid while they still enjoy it, because especially a lot of kids, guys, let's be honest, they like sweet stuff. We don't do a lot of sugary or sweet or anything in our house, just little bits here and there depending what it is. So if fruit is a way I can get them to eat more produce, that is exactly what I'm gonna do. And I put veggies in absolutely everything we can. I don't have a lot of fresh vegetables. Those are a lot harder to come by in this area. There's certain ones really easy. I mean, I can get carrots and potatoes and celery all day long. But anything outside of that, it can become hit or miss. So I have to get things seasonally. We do a lot of stuff out of the freezer. So we actually have a good amount of frozen vegetables that we replenish when we need to. I'm actually getting to that point where I'm gonna have to replenish it again soon. And these guys have some quirks. They're so funny. I've been told by one of them that they don't like baked vegetables that are by themselves, but they like it if it's in something. They ate the first dish with it in it, said that's how they love it. They loved it. And then the next dish, which was extremely similar, brought a lot of, oh, I don't want that. I don't like that. It was like the exact same stuff. It was just tater tot casserole versus cheeseburger bake. So basically Bisquick mix versus tater tots. That was the biggest difference between the 2 dishes. And it's one of those things, guys, you just throw your hands up after a while. So $150 in that way. I think at this point our budget is probably, I did the math, broke down our previous roughly a month budget per person, what we were spending, and it comes out to right about $133 per person per month. And then adding that in for the extra 3 kiddos, it's gonna take our budget right up to that $1,600 a month mark, which breaks down to about $100 a week. But we're not doing weekly shopping. So we're gonna play with that. Sean and I were talking about it because, guys, I really had that goal of keeping our grocery budget in that $1,200 range. But you know what? These are growing kids and they have appetites. And not only that, our other kids are continuing to grow with changing appetites. So I have to be realistic too. And prices just keep going up out here. It is just not that easy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to kind of bump it up tentatively. We're going to see where we can keep it under. We're going to make 16 our max, but try to keep it as far under as we can. We'll go a month or two that way. That'll determine just what our ending budget's going to be. And then, of course, watch, we're going to set that. And then our household number is going to change or something. So this is where I'm going to have to be really flexible. It's also why I'm not sure if the 2 weeks will continue to work or not. But I already wanted to throw in the towel. And Sean was actually really optimistic about it. Maybe it's because it's easier for him. I don't know. But we'll see. Since he's been doing the bulk of the shopping, and now with the extra kids and so many appointments for Micah and stuff, I have even lost time to do it if I want to. So it really helps that he's able and willing. And after almost a year of this, guys, I finally gotten to that point where I can resign myself to it. Yes, I would love to go. I would love to be the one to see what produce is in season and all of that stuff. But sometimes we just have to let go and let things happen a little bit. Okay, so let's get real here for just a minute. What is life like with 10 kids in our house? Well, let me be honest here first. The only reason this video is happening is because I sent Sean with 9 of the kids. Our 18-year-old is hiding down in her room right now because she is doing her own videos and was not dressed to go. That sounded really bad. Guys, she's into cosplay. I like to call it cosplay just to irritate her. But she, I believe, was dressed as Cat Noir when he went down to see about her going with. She was not in a position to drive. Yeah. Anyhow, they went for a drive because a couple of the teenagers are getting dropped off for youth group. And I was like, please just take them with you. Because as much as I need a timeout, I really just wanted 10 minutes in my own space. And guys, my house is falling apart. And this is my only chance to redeem some of it. Because guys, I do great with taking care of the kids and making sure that everything is taken care of. And I try really hard not to rely on our teenagers too much to do certain things. I am so much thankful that sounded horrible. I can talk, I promise. I am really, really thankful for how helpful they really do tend to be. With that said, having 6 kids ages between 4 and 9, got the math there. We have 4, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 right now. It is like a tornado has hit my house every time I blink. And I knew that if I leave for an hour, I'm going to come back and it's going to be worse. So I am going to spend the next week or so really trying to come up with a new plan. And guys, I've been toying with the idea of really downsizing some of our belongings. This is really making me think that now is the time to do that. In fact, I watched a really compelling sermon from our pastor, our old pastor, this morning about rich man versus poor man and how it can be so much harder for the rich man to do what he's called to do because, you know, the argument that I've worked so hard for all of this stuff, in the end, guys, it's stuff. And I need to do that. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about, though. Okay, so the living room doesn't look too horrible right this moment. There is the white Paw Patrol crate that is not supposed to be taken out of the bedroom. It looks kind of empty. I see some Paw Patrols under it. I see just as many under the couch. There's a giant unicorn kitty for whatever reason. Guys, this is really nothing. And I will say, I love our new couch set. With the ottoman, it's really handy. There is like no room in our living room for anything else now. And that's okay, but yeah. So, you know, the entryway doesn't look too horrible at the moment, but that's because 9 kids and their shoes just left. Shoes, coats, you name it. This hallway, you guys, I just want to cry sometimes. No, I don't really. It's okay. It's just toys. It's really easy to pick up. But this is the 3rd time today that it has looked this way. We keep picking it up, and for some reason, and I'm going to tell you guys why here in a sec, for some reason, they seem to think that the hallway is the place to play. Now, this room, not too bad. They actually cleaned up the bulk of their messes in there. Oh, I see one of the girls has their unicorn in there, or their stick horse. This is why they choose to play in the hallway. And this is after they cleaned it. There's just no space. This one, a little bit better. This is the in-between room. But I think that's because all the Paw Patrol are spread out everywhere else. I can't tell you how many times each day the hand towel is picked up off the floor. Thank goodness we have enough of them that I swap them out daily. Because that just grosses me out. I started a video not too long ago about the shelf over there in the corner and decluttering and organizing. And that has definitely gone to the wayside. Guys, I'm not even going to show you the basement right now. It's not worth it. I just realized though that I didn't show you. So we have got coloring messes on the table still. We have got messes on all of the counters. I am struggling to keep up with the dishes right now. Dishes are something that we used to, on average, run the dishwasher at least once, maybe twice each day, depending on the day. Now it is guaranteed it runs at least twice a day, sometimes a third time. It's amazing how just 3 kids can change that. But there are things that cannot go in the dishwasher. So I've got a casserole dish soaking so that I can wash that here in a minute. But then there's this stack of stuff too. I was filling hand soaps earlier because we fill our own just to save money that way. But this crock pot has been through the dishwasher twice because for some reason the teenagers think that, well, if it didn't come clean, just stick it back in again. Some of this is staining, but there is actually some stuff stuck down in the bottom there. So now it has to be hand scrubbed, and it's been baked on twice by the drying cycle. We've got the pizza stone that has to be hand washed, and then the girls want to do some baking. These gold baking dishes are not supposed to go in the dishwasher. They are supposed to be hand washed. Well, they don't want to do that, so it keeps getting buried. And so yeah, that's my goal at the moment. This is because we have yet another load, and the dishwasher finished just a little bit ago. And of course all of the kids just left, so either I will go ahead and unload it or wait until they get back, because guys, I will load this thing all day long, but I will make them unload it whenever possible. Yeah, it's still pretty warm. So that just got done not too long ago. And you know, it's just little things. Again, I was filling soap. So guys, here's a little money saving tip really quick too. We use the soft soap, just basic soap refill. Then what you do, okay, here's my other little secret. I like Bath and Body soap. I like the scents and stuff, but we don't use a lot of fragrances in our house. And we've got a couple of kids, because their skin cannot use this. So we keep one in our bathroom at all times, and we rotate it out. So once that bottle is empty, it goes into a closet where it waits to be filled. You fill, half an inch or so, somewhere about here, with this soft soap refill, and then you fill up to the curve right here with cool water. Do it carefully, otherwise you're going to end up with a lot of bubbles. Screw the lid on, give it a really good shake, because if that thick soap is still sitting in the bottom, it will clog this pump and it will ruin it. But that is basically what you're paying for those refills. Those refills for the foam soaps are mostly water. So just, yeah, use this. This goes a really long way. For just a few dollars, I can fill, I don't even know how many dozens of these. And so yeah, it's just one of the many little money saving tips and tricks that we use. So there's that. But that said, there's the pan for making egg sandwiches for lunch, because this pan is already too scratched in the bottom of it, and if it gets set in the sink, the kids throw silverware in it and it gets ruined that way. Toast from the egg sandwiches, and of course nobody thought to wipe up the counter after they were done helping me with that. So guys, I'm sure it really sounds like I'm just complaining at the moment. I'm just really tired. Like I said, our older kids do a lot of help, but I am going to have to come up with a new plan, because again, I can take care of this many kids all day long. I can make sure everybody's fed and clean clothes and all of that stuff. But when it comes to cleaning up behind everybody, it's one thing to teach kids to clean up their own messes, which I absolutely work to do. And most of our kids understand that. But when you have extra kids coming in who don't know that, it's a little bit harder, especially when they're older kids. And then what's really hard is kids pick up things from each other both directions. So there are times, really thankfully, the new kiddos will pick up stuff from our kids, be like, oh, okay, well, that's all I have to do. So they'll scrape their own plates and put them in the sink and stuff. So there's not a ton of stuff sitting on the table all the time. On the flip side, sometimes those kids will just get up and leave stuff, which then in turn, like the 8 and the 6-year-old will be like, oh, they didn't have to clean that up. I'm not going to either. And they get up and walk away. So then we have to have a talk about, no, we got to take care of our stuff. Right now, that hallway, guys, the vast majority of that is a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old girl. And they are struggling because they really, really want to bring all of their dolls out to the living room to play. There just isn't room. Their room is a disaster. We'll figure it all out. Either way, I hope that you guys are having a great day. I honestly can't wait to share the rest of this journey with you guys, how we are going to make all of this continue to work, because I have no idea how long this placement's going to be with us, long term, short term. I have not gotten the indication it's going to be short term. I just don't know how long term. I really don't. They're really great kids though, and we're in it for the long haul, however long it takes for their case to go whatever direction it needs to go. And so we're going to work on teaching them some really good habits. We're going to work on our kids to make sure that they maintain their habits. We are going to reduce things in the house so that it's easier for everyone, because I would love for all of us to be able to just sit and enjoy and all of that. So that's our goals. I hope that you guys stick around for this journey to see how it all plays out, how it all works out. If you have any experience with this and want to leave some comment or tips, leave that in the comment section down below. In the meantime, I hope that you guys are having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss everything else coming up next. And I'll see you in the next one.